Hey guys, Tactic here. Today I'm gonna show you how I finished the level 31 Greater Rift on my Lightning Barb on Hardcore, and I will also discuss some of the aspects that make this build so much fun and so viable. So first of all, this build is based on nullifying some of the effects the elites have, and of course staying alive. And the critical item here is the Resonating Skull, because once you equip it, your threatening shout will have a fair chance to take control of enemy mobs. This can make them fight each other in some cases, which can result in extra damage dealt to the mobs, and of course less damage taken from the mobs by you. This effect is one of the nullifiers for the elites in Greater Rifts. For example, right about now, after I finish this pack, there will be a fire chain elite pack, and pop, I use threatening shout, and the effect almost dissipates, and I can safely start the AoE. This is the best part, since the chains won't link with the mobs you charmed, but keep an eye on them because you have to make sure which ones are charm or which ones are not, because the fire chains can stack and kill you quite fast. This is the main reason I don't play Raycore on Hardcore, because you can grab like 4 or 5 fire chain mobs and you might die at the end of the charge due to the stacking damage that you take from all those fire chains piled up on you. Also, jailers can use the abilities on other mobs instead of you, and Electrified also appears to stop casting the sparks when you hit charmed targets. Inspiring Presence is vital too in this build because of the combination with the Immortal King's 4-set bonus. The ancients won't disappear, so you have to focus on keeping them alive now, and you will be able to buff your pets with resists and 2% health regen per second, which are both critical in order to keep them alive, especially that they take extra damage with the Together as One rule. Also, Threatening Shout with Grim Harvest will help at keeping your pets alive, and as a bonus, it will make your Nephilim Glory stack faster and maintain at 3 stacks during the runs, since Health Globes will add extra seconds to the buff's timer. Even if left unnoticed before 2.1, this buff increases your DPS and it definitely helps you squeeze the extra seconds out of a rift. And of course, the basic thing about the Threatening Shout is that it will make the mobs attack you for less damage, and the higher the Greater Rift, the more value you get out of this spell. Ice Climbers are also a vital item for higher difficulties, since Jailers and Frozen effects can be very difficult to handle at higher difficulty levels. Now about the damage, Overpower with Killing Spree and Battle Rage with Bloodbath works very nice with Wing Shear Whirlwind, and of course Hexing Pants make Whirlwind's damage decent. And I'm waiting for a good Hellfire necklace so I can add Brawler or maybe Superstition and the Tiguk gem to the build, which will make it even more powerful. And this build relies on procs, and your weapons and the legendary gems will provide you quite a lot of damage output, even if the numbers don't really pass 20 million often. It's worth it simply because the damage from the ancients, the procs, the whirlwind, the gem, and the bloodbath procs are overwhelming and can melt down large packs of mobs very fast. As you will see at the end of this video, single target damage is not that bad either, but this build shines most when you jump between large groups of mobs. For example, in Torment 6, you can go between like 4 elite packs and melt them down without even getting a scratch. Ramaladi's gift is really a curse for me actually, since most of us already rolled the damage or something else on the Thunder Furies and Odin Sons we already had. Now we will have to farm all over again for these super rare items in order for us to get the extra damage or survivability bonuses, which are a huge boost through this Ramaladi's gift. Now as you can see with this build, the more mobs are around you the better, but you have to keep an eye out on the effects on the ground and on the mobs, because you might get unlucky and get all the mobs to resist your charm effects, and if this happens you just pull back and wait for the threatening shot cooldown to go off and you go back in. The follower also helps here, and you can check my other video, I will link it below, if you want to make yours perform better in greater rifts and higher torments, because I pretty much covered most of the builds out there, plus the feedback on the ones I tested and considered broken. So keep in mind to never fight arcane enchanted mobs on stairs or in tight places, and also if you are not completely insane as I was in this video, when you see more than 3 punishers or mobs that stun in a greater rift and you play hardcore, just abandon that rift because it's not worth the risk. They can stun lock you and basically you just watch your screen as you slowly die. And if you want to counter stuns or unpleasant situation like that, simply get ignore pain instead of overpower. So this footage is the first level 31 rift I entered, and you can see that it's by far a lucky rift, and also I didn't skip packs, including Fallen Angels and the large Punisher pack that you will see in a few minutes that any sane person will not fight. But in the end, this is why I play hardcore, for the extra adrenaline. As soon as I will find the proper hellfire necklace, I will go for higher greater rifts and will probably stream it, how I will fail or finish it or die. And I will let you guys watch the rest of the video. It will include some funny moments in the future with the Punisher pack. So thanks for watching guys, rate, comment and subscribe if you like this video, and if you have the possibility, definitely test this build out. Cheers.